Hey, Shalom, Yasharala, which means peace, Israel. I'd like to start off by giving our praises, our honor, and our glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rahakudash. Yahweh being the true and powerful mighty name, who the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, Yahweh, our higher. By Hashem means in the name. Yahweh Shai, that's the true and powerful mighty name, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Yeshua, or Yeshaya, and the Rahakudash is the Holy Spirit, according to the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. I would like to give double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, who I've learned the truth of the Bible from. And peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect and to you believers and listeners who came back to the faith and obedience of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. I hope and pray that everybody's doing well on this Day of Atonement. Okay, as we're coming up to the closing hours of it. All right, I pray that, everybody's been able to endure this fast. Okay. And I'll hope and pray that everybody's prayers get answered. Okay. But I wanted to touch on this. Okay. Things are heating up with the wars and rumors of wars. And we just got to be more circumspect in these days. Okay. So we got this article, it was 2 days ago. Iran sends new warning, war with the United States. So, hey, it's getting close. It's getting hella close. Iran issued a stark warning Sunday that a single Israeli strike could trigger a full-scale war involving the United States, raising fears of another major Middle Eastern confrontation just months after June's 12-day clash. The moment Israel starts a war, the least of the flock, okay, starts a war, we'll also enter a war with the United States. Yeah, because they know that America backs up Israel. Okay, it's like America's Israel's guard dog. So if Israel getting into something, America is forced to come back them up. Signaling Tehran's readiness to retaliate against both Israel and its allies. The statement comes amid mounting U.S. pressure under President Donald Trump and renewed UN sanctions targeting Iran's nuclear program. It's going to come. NATO and the EU, okay, going to turn their backs on America. So why it matters, a confrontation between Iran and Israel could potentially draw in the U.S., will escalate tensions in the already volatile region with direct implications for global security and energy markets. June's 12-day war underscores how quickly conflicts can intensify in the region. The U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities earlier this year demonstrate Washington's willingness to intervene directly, meaning any Israeli attack could quickly involve American forces. That is true. That's another reason why these nations ain't, they're getting tired of America, man, because the 48ers go and stick their nose in everything, and here comes America, and then what? People want to retaliate against them, they call up America, the bully. Well, America, hey, Babylon, you've been a golden cup, but now you was falling, okay? The U.S. strikes on Iran's So, meaning any Israeli attack could quickly involve American forces. Tehran's warning narrows the window for diplomatic solutions and signals that Iran is prepared to retaliate beyond its immediate borders. And I don't blame them, man. I don't blame the Iranians, man, because shit, America, America needs to sit their ass down somewhere, but we know they not. Okay, but nah, matter of fact, America need to keep doing what they doing, so this thing can get rolling, and so we can get the hell up out of here, man. So Rezai's remarks come hours after Ynet, an Israeli news website, reported that Israel had gone on high alert following the reinstatement of UN sanctions on Iran under the so-called snapback mechanism. The sanctions imposed despite multiple rounds of diplomacy aimed to curb Tehran's disputed nuclear program. Israeli officials reportedly fear that renewed pressure could accelerate Iran's nuclear activities, raising the risk of preemptive strikes. Damn. So what happens next? What with rhetoric hardened? Hold on. The military leaders stressing preparedness. The situation is tense. Diplomats, intelligence agencies, and regional partners will closely monitor movements, exercises, and any shifts in posture from Israel, Iran, or the United States. The risk that a misinterpreted action could escalate into a wider conflict remains acute. The coming days will test whether back-channel diplomacy or international pressure can help de-escalate tensions. Okay. Uh, I still got what I. Bear with me a second. Okay. Revelation 17. Because these nations are getting fed up with Babylon. Revelation 17 to 16. In the 10 horns, which represents NATO and the EU, which thou sawest upon the beast, the beast represents the beast system. These shall hate the whore being America, Babylon, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, those nukes. For Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. Right. So, hey, ultimately, this is Yahweh controlling and pulling the strings. Okay. Yeah, and like I had said during the when I was reading the article, NATO and the EU are they're going to turn and betray America. Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50:14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, pretty much going to surround her. And that's what a lot of these migrants that they let into America or foreigners. Okay. Iranians, Chinese, Japanese, Hamitic, and all these nations don't like America. So what they gonna do? They use sleeper cells, and they're gonna once the right time, they're gonna pull this place down from within. Okay, so all you that bend the bow, everybody that has missile technology, shoot at her, spare no arrow, for she has sinned against Yahweh. Shout against her round about. She have given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her as she have done unto her. So, hey, and this is the vengeance of Yahweh Bashim Shai for Esau blaspheming his name, crucifying his son over here. Okay, meaning to X him out. whitewashing everything and to what he did to his people, the Lord's chosen people. Mm. Weak, strong. Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, the heathen nations. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And that's what's going on. That's why you hearing all these war talks and wars and rumors of war. I'll get that next. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Yeah, these weak nations, like these Middle Eastern nations, they starting to band together because, by themselves, they were weak. But once the dragons of Arabia start to come together, hey, that's it. Let the weak say, I am strong. You got, you know, all these Asian countries trying to come together, and then don't forget about Russia being a guard unto everybody. And Babylon, Israelis, y'all days are numbered. Verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, till the cause your mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, or Yahweh Shaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get ye down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Yeah, the wickedness of Babylon is past the heavens. Okay, but we can't forget about the wickedness of all these other nations either. I can't remember exactly where it was at. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Man, I really like how it's written in GMT, Matthew 24. I can't remember if it was Matthew, Mark, or Luke, but I like how it was worded. Matthew 24:6, GNT. You are going to hear hear the noise of battles close by and the news of battles far away. But do not be troubled. Such things must happen. But they do not mean that the end is come. Okay. I think it's Mark 13. Bear with me. Mark 13:7. And don't be troubled when you hear the noise of battles close by and the news of battles far away. Such things must happen, but they do not mean that the end has come. Countries will fight each other, kingdoms will attack one another. There will be earthquakes everywhere, and there will be famines. These things are like the first pains of childbirth. Right. So we in the beginning phases of Yahweh Shai to being delivered. Okay, we've been in the beginning phases. Okay, you've been having countries fighting each other and kingdoms at war with each other, man. Okay, I think so. I really want to say it's the one in Luke, but I can't remember. Damn. So Luke 13. Let me see. Luke 21. All right. Salakia. All righty. Here we go. Luke 21 and 9. Don't be afraid when you hear of wars and revolutions. Such things must happen first, but they do not mean that the end is near. He went on to say, countries will fight each other, kingdoms will attack one another. There will be terrible earthquakes, famines, and plagues everywhere. There will be strange and terrifying things coming from the sky. Before all these things take place, however, you will be arrested and persecuted. You will be handed over to be tried in synagogues and put in prison, and you will be brought before kings and rulers for my sake. But the point being is, don't be afraid when you hear these things, okay? Because that's for the 2/3 of the nation of Israel and the heathen to be afraid and dismayed about, okay? This lesson went a whole nother way. Fear none. That's the only one I could have sworn said fear none of those. Ah, Jeremiah 10 and 2. It's been a while since I've been brought that out. All right, Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus said Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them, right? The signs and the wonders, okay? Not just, going into the chariots and the UFOs, but, the prophecies, okay? And those are the signs, like especially 2/3 of our people are dismayed at, man. They just act so surprised, okay? And, you tell them these things, they don't want to believe it at first, but then once things start coming to pass and they actually see it, they be like, "Oh man, now you should have listened. You should have listened from the beginning instead of worrying about what everybody else got to say or whatever. You should have sat there and took heed." Okay, yeah, that's a lot of people are going to get caught unawares with their pants down at the last second. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Okay, just wanted to bring that article out and show that tensions are steady rising. So, as a matter of fact, I got one more I can bring up. Ephesians 5:15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools but as wise, having your head on the spiritual swivel. Okay, living wise out here. Don't be out here making foolish, stupid, rash decisions. Okay, and be on alert, redeeming the time because the days of evil. Right, we're in some evil, perilous, dangerous times. Now is not the time to be playing around. We got to lock in and be serious. Lock in even more. So with that, giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, and peace, blessing, safety, and to the hopeful elect. Shalom.